Easy Wealth Podcast, where learning about money feels easy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Easy Wealth Podcast, where we talk about money and wealth in a simple way. I'm Emma, and here with me as always is Jack.
Hey, lovely listeners.
Jack, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you clearly have some money in your investment account, but you're determined to wait for a dip before entering the market?
Of course I've tried that. I'm always telling myself, perhaps I should wait for a better entry point. Or, what if it crashes after I buy?
The investment world is full of what-ifs, but often, the money in the investment account just sits there, earning next to no interest.
Most people are just waiting for the perfect timing, including me. I put it off for way too long.
I've tried that too. And there's actually a famous line from Peter Lynch, one of the greatest fund managers of all time. He said more money has been lost preparing for corrections than in the corrections themselves.
So more damage from waiting than from the actual crash.
I tried waiting for a dip and just sat out entire bull markets. And the dip either never came, or when it did, I was too scared to buy anyway.
So the strategy was right. You want to invest, but the execution just never happened.
That is the real problem. Not the market, not the timing, the execution. And that is exactly the problem that today's method is designed to solve.
Okay, so what is it?
Dollar cost averaging, DCA, or what some people call monthly investing. The idea is simple. You invest a fixed amount at regular intervals, no matter what the market is doing.
No charts, no analysis, no waiting for the right moment?
No charts, no analysis, no waiting. Market up, you buy. Market down, you buy. Market going sideways and you're not sure what's happening. You still buy.
But simple doesn't always mean it works.
Let me give you an example. 3 months. You invest $100 every month. Month 1, price is $10 per unit. You get 10 units.
Okay.
Month 2, price drops to $5. Same $100. Now you get 20 units.
Oh, more units because it's cheaper.
Month 3, price jumps to $20. Same $100. You get 5 units.
So after 3 months, you've put in $300 total, and you have 35 units.
At $20 each, that's worth $700.
Okay, that's not bad at all. But what was the average price across those 3 months?
Market average was $11.67.
And what did you actually pay on average per unit?
$8.57.
So you paid less per unit than the market average, without timing anything.
Yes, without doing anything clever at all. Just showing up every month. That's the mechanism. When prices fall, your fixed investment automatically buys more units. When prices rise, the units you already hold are worth more. Over time, your average cost ends up lower than the market average.
You didn't have to be smart. You just had to be consistent.
True, which turns out to be much harder for most people, but also much more achievable.
Okay, so DCA is the method. But DCA into what?
Good question, and that's incredibly important. DCA is a tool, and a tool is only as good as what you point it at.
I guess not individual stocks?
Let's talk about that. You pick one company. Things go well, great, but companies fail. Industries disappear.
Ooh, Kodak, Nokia. Both world-class companies once.
Both essentially gone. And the problem with a single stock isn't just that it can fall, it's that it can go to zero. And no amount of consistent monthly investing saves you from zero.
So what's the alternative?
I will buy the whole market, an index fund that tracks hundreds, sometimes thousands of companies at once, like the S&P 500, 500 of the largest companies in the US. And here's what makes it different from picking one. When a company fails, it gets removed from the index and replaced. The index constantly updates itself. You're always holding the strongest companies in the market.
So you don't need to know which company is going to be the next NVIDIA.
Right. I just hold the market. And over time, economies grow. Companies earn more. Technology advances. Populations increase. Productivity improves. The people who own pieces of that growth share in the results,
So you're not betting on one company. You're betting on capitalism itself.
which has a pretty strong track record.
Fair point.
And crucially, low fees. The whole point of an index fund is that no one is actively picking stocks, which means the costs are tiny. Some index funds charge 0.1% a year or less. That might sound irrelevant, but over 30 years, a 1% fee difference can cost you tens of thousands of dollars.
Compound interest works on fees too, just in the wrong direction.
Exactly right.
That sounds great, but what about when the market crashes? 30%, 40% down?
This is where DCA feels the worst, and also where it actually works the best.
Well, those two things feel like they can't both be true.
I know, but think about what's happening when the market is down 30%. Your monthly $500 is now buying significantly more units than it was 6 months ago.
More units at a lower price.
And when the market recovers, and historically it always has, those extra units you bought during the crash are suddenly worth a lot more than you paid.
So the crash is basically a sale.
The crash is literally a sale. The problem is, it doesn't feel like a sale. It feels like the world is ending.
Because you open your app and the number is just red and smaller and getting smaller.
And every instinct says, stop, pull out, don't throw more money at something that's falling.
So what do you actually do in that moment?
Nothing. I do nothing. The transfer goes out on the first of the month, same as always. I don't check it every day. I don't make any decisions. I let the system run.
Which is why automating it matters so much. If you have to manually log in and press a button every month, one bad month and you talk yourself out of it.
True. Automate it. Link it to your salary date, and then treat it like a bill you can't cancel.
So if someone does have a chunk of money, should they not just put it all in?
Good question. And the honest answer is, for a completely emotionless robot with perfect discipline, yes, lump sum often wins.
But we're not emotionless robots.
Yes, we are very much not emotionless robots. When people invest a lump sum and then watch it drop 20% in the first month, a huge number of them panic and sell.
Oh no, locking in the loss.
Sadly, yes, turning a temporary dip into a permanent one. Whereas with DCA, because you're never all in at one moment, the psychological pressure is lower. You're more likely to stay calm, more likely to keep going.
So DCA is behaviorally optimal.
Right. In investing, behavior matters more than strategy, because the best investment strategy is not the one with the highest theoretical return. It's the one you can actually stick with for 30 years.
A perfect strategy you abandon after 6 months beats nothing.
Boring wins.
Okay, so let's make this real.
First, open an investment account if you don't have one. A platform that lets you invest in index funds.
And pick your fund. Broad market index, global or US, low fees, under 0.5% expense ratio. Many good ones charge 0.1% or less.
Also, pick your amount. And this is the important part, not the amount that feels impressive. Choose the amount that works on your worst month.
Because that's the month that breaks the habit if the amount is too high.
That's real. If $200 feels sustainable always, do $200. If only $50 feels safe, do $50. The consistency matters infinitely more than the size.
The last thing is automate it. Set the transfer date right after your salary lands, and then genuinely leave it alone.
No checking it every morning. Let the system run. Make a real, consistent investment decision and remove your own emotions from the equation.
Set it, forget it. Let time do the work.
Now, one thing to carry from today. Investing isn't about being clever. It's about showing up.
Every month, whether the market is up, down, or going sideways.
The people who build real wealth aren't the ones who timed the market perfectly. They're the ones who stayed in long enough for time to do what it does. Quick reminder before we go. Everything we share on this podcast is for educational purposes only. We're not licensed financial advisors, and nothing here should be taken as financial advice. Before making any investment decisions, please do your own research and speak with a qualified professional. We're just here to learn together.
That's a wrap on today's episode. And if this episode gave you a filter you didn't have before, share it with someone who needs it. Give this episode a like and subscribe to the Easy Wealth podcast. It really helps us keep making these conversations for you.
Take care of your finances and take care of yourselves. See you next week. Bye.